Okay. Let's give a brief idea, like before going and read all this stuff. Um, do you guys ever see an Excel any like in your academics? For example, let's take in a class there are like 60 members, and for each student they will be having subject and marks, right? Let's take C, for example, CSC branch or IT branch. In computers, what they got. In Java subject, what they got. And in other subject, English. So all this, it will be there, right? For everybody, whatever the marks they got, it will be listed out, right? So this collecting all this information we call in a proper way. That means for each student, how many marks they got in each subject. So when they represent in such a way, so that is called a report. Okay. Um, that can be in any form, like it can be a subject and marks, or it can be a weather report and anything. Okay. So the report means it's a collective form of data. Okay, and anything that they can collect all the data and put it in one place and show you in a understanding manner. So that is called report. Okay, so you might have seen in the outside or in your daily life. So for example, let's take a sales marketing. Okay, or any website. Okay, so for them, it is important. Like the business owner cannot go and ask each and person what how many items they sold in that day, right? So he cannot go. The business owner cannot go. He don't have that much time. He cannot go and ask each person. So what he will do, he will ask them to report all those executives. Okay, and they will form a pictorial view of the data they have collected, and it will be shown. So report is collecting form of the data, and dashboard is using that report show that in a pictorial view. Okay. um did you guys get or need any more
Yes.
explanation? Okay, so simple example here, you might have seen the Sensex, Nifty, the stock markets, right? Stock
Yeah.
market. Okay, so how the stock market will show in a kind of like a some picture will come, and it will show you the growth and fall, right? How much it increased down. So how they are representing that are, and also you can see the last day, the previous day, or 1 week's data also. 1 week back, at what point it has listed. So everything you can see how they are showing that pictorial view and the instances based on these reports and dashboards. Getting
Yes.
you for everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm,
Um, yeah, I had someone. Come on. Okay, fine. So when it comes to reports, let me show you a simple example. Okay, which I captured. You can see here. Let's take this is one type of record, and this is field one, field two, field three. Okay, so all this collective information, this can you can call it as a report. Okay, simple thing.
Oh,
Okay, when you think like when you see a thing in kind of data manner where you can easily identify, so that you can call it as report. So this dash, when it comes to report, you can there are few types. Okay, in the reports and dashboards both are provided by Salesforce. You don't need to create it. I mean, create in the sense the reports tab and dashboards tab, you don't need to create. Though these are standard things, will come from Salesforce itself. Okay, so type of reports. There are few types of reports available. So for example, like your manager wants in kind of tabular manner, okay, where rows and columns will be there. That is a simple form of report. Someone will say they want sum of rows or they want sum of columns, okay, where you can build up and sum up all that data and show you a total. So simple example is, or you can say it as an average also, you can take that. So simple example, in a day, um, the price for each item, how much they sold. Okay, let me show here. So item, price, number of items sold. Let's take this example. So item, let's take laptop. This is laptop. Price 45,000. Number of items 5. And there is one more. Let's say something, some electronic battery, and that is 2,000. Number of items will be like 6. And again, mobile phones, something. Let's take mobile and 60,000, and they sold 10. So, for example, this is also, you can call this is simple report. What data it tells about is, so it's showing electronic devices, how many devices they sold today, and what is the price of each item. Okay, so in this, so here we can see only 3 items. So it is easy to identify. This is 45,000. Let's calculate the total. It's a simple thing. What if they have like this many, and it's not easy that they can go and calculate it, right?
Yes.
So in that way, in that case, what they will do, like in the report, so you can group it. Okay, for mobiles, they sold like one each item is 60,000. So for all these items, what they can do is they can group it in a sense like sum it. So what they will do, they will calculate sum of all. I mean, in the report, you can like sum up and put the total here, something like this. Okay. So similarly for the item, other items also, they can put this. So this is how they can get. So here it's a summary, right? So it will, what this column C will tell you, like it will give a total number of items that are sold. Okay. So what is this? It's a summarization, right? Instead of going each and line by line and checking it, so it's giving a summary of the items which are sold, or each item that has been sold. So this is second type of report. Okay. First one is tabular, like which is form of like simple. Nothing will be there. Like there is no groupings, there is no calculations, there is no sum. So it's just sub, like a plain report. So that is called tabular, which is having rows and column. Second one is summary reports. Third one is like matrix, where this summary. So now we can see like the summary happen only in the vertical manner. That is only the column summarization happen. So in the matrix, what will happen? This will go like this and also like this. Okay. That means rows and columns will both get summarized. Okay. That is the third type. The fourth type is joint report. That means you can club. Club means you can add. You can add the reports in the report. Like, so this is one report, for example. This is one. So that is like similarly, there are 3, 4, 5 report numbers. All these reports can be combinedly put it together. So that will come, the final report will come. That is called like a giant report. Clear?
Yeah.
So 4 types will be there in the reports. All the time, like it will the how you are going to use that depends the type of report. Okay. So comes to the dashboards. Okay, dashboard is, you can, like, it's a pictorial representation. For example, let's take these other things. Okay, so there will be you might have heard in your 10th standard somewhere. So vertical and XY. How, like, I cannot draw here. So um, like it's a kind of bar chart you heard, right? Bar chart, pie chart.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's the same thing. Okay, so they will set up, for example, let me try to draw here. 500, 400, 300, 200, and here it is 0. In the vertical thing also, like 100, 2, 3, like, and so on, it will go on. So this is like a vertical thing, and this is horizontal, like it's a when you are trying to draw. So let's say items sold, only 5 items sold. So some point will come here, around here, right? In between 0 to 100. So 1 point there. So next is 6, again 1 point there. So depends on, let's say this is mobiles, this is laptop. So each and every item it will go. So using this financial data or whatever the data reported in the report, using that you can design your dashboard. Okay, so the definition it will come like, the dashboard is nothing but a pictorial representation of the data using the report or given by the report. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
One more question.
Yeah.
What is your dynamic dashboard?
Okay, so dynamic dashboard. So let's go to the example. So this is standard. For example, this is today's data. Okay, based
Yeah.
on today's data or today's report, you created a one dashboard. Let's say it's a bar chart, pie chart, whatever. So some dashboard. Okay, so this you want to auto update. So this is today's data. So tomorrow, what will happen? You don't know. Like how many sales will be there, how many items will be sold. You don't know, right? So for tomorrow's data, it is not predictable, and you cannot even identify how the dashboard will come, because it's fully dependent on this, right? So this dynamic dashboard, nothing but it will automatically calculates and automatically update your um, the representation or the pictorial view of the data automatically. So this dynamic dashboards depends on the data, which will, for example, in tomorrow, so these items will get changed. So based on that, this will also get automatically changed. So that is dynamic data, dynamic dashboard actually. So that dynamic dashboard, it depends on who is logged in. Okay, there are two things that will affect your how much data they can see in the dashboard also. Okay, that depends on who is the logged in user. That means who logged in into the system at this particular point of time. Okay, second thing, who is running the dashboard. So who, like, I can log in, for example, you might have heard in the Salesforce Hug, I can log in with my username and password. Okay, after logging into that, since I can be a system administrator, so I have full access in that. So each and every record I can see in the system. So for me, the dashboard or the report will show more number of records, more number of items, whatever. Okay, when I logged into the system and then I logged in again to someone, some other user, let's say XYZ. So there is another user XYZ. I logged into that user profile or that user account. Then automatically the system will show how many records are eligible for that XYZ role and profiles. Based on those role and profile access, it will show the data.